All right.
It's the first episode of.
The Clint and Kelly take over.
Yeah, we're actually like you always have to hear every week. Like, no matter what our show's about or who's on it or whatever, we always have to listen to Mark. Like, sometimes there's no Kelly, sometimes there's no Clint, sometimes there's no other guys, but there's always Mark. So we're going to do one without Mark. And we're just taking it over, and he don't even know about it. We may even drink his beer, since his beer's here. We may eat some of his food while we're here.
Well, we can definitely eat some of his food.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any beer here.
Oh, well, that's typical. But we took over the whole Killj Ranch tonight.
That's right. It is ours.
He's at his parents' house eating, and so we decided we were just going to take over the whole thing. And so, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, I know what Mark would want to talk about.
Well, Mark had said something about us doing a Wrestlemania
Exactly.
thing, and that's fine.
2-day
event.
WrestleMania event.
Yeah. And we were just going to talk about, like, if Mark was here, we were just going to kind of talk about what we enjoyed and didn't like, and then what we, maybe each of us tell our favorite match or something. But we may just scrap that whole idea, because you never know. Because, I mean, this is the Kelly and Clint show.
That's right.
You know, so...
We can talk about D&D until he shows up.
That's true, because we did have a D&D game, and I kind of ran across a little problem with us playing D&D the other day, and it's a typical first game issue for any DM, and we'll get into that a little bit too, probably. And I'll tell y'all my problem, and then if anybody listening wants to
chime in
and maybe tell us how to fix it, and then we'll see how that goes. And
normally right now we'll be doing talking about anything that's up and coming.
Yeah,
but I don't think we've got anything up and coming.
Well, there's nothing. I mean, I am working on some music stuff to try to do a little either Facebook Live or something on YouTube. So I don't even have the promotion bell, but since I
don't either. That's what I was just looking for.
I'm not worried about it. But I've got me and friends going to work out some stuff. Maybe do a Facebook Live where I'm going to either be playing ukulele, which that was my beautiful playing at the beginning. Actually, it was a little messed up, but we kind of left it at that. So anyway, I'm going to play ukulele or bass, and maybe even do a little vocals, but I doubt I'm going to, like, hurt anybody with doing vocals. So
yeah, because I don't think you can scream with the ukulele.
No, and I don't do a whole lot of singing. I've never said I was a singer. I'll say vocalist, even when I was in a band, and I was the front man, and I was what they call singing. I never did any singing. I always did vocals. I always called myself a vocalist. But... so this is our intro, and
this is gonna be a short intro.
It might be, but we may let Mark in on it. We don't know yet. We're just gonna see how he acts when he gets here.
If he brings food and beer, we'll let him in on it.
Yeah, beer. No, I actually ate a steak before I came over here. I don't get steak a whole lot.
Whoa, dude, I don't get steak.
I cooked my own steak today in the oven. I put I got this little recipe I do, and normally I put a little bit of Dale's, but I didn't have any today. So I put the hardest sauce in the world to pronounce, the Worcestershire sauce. So I put some of that and some Italian dressing down in a little glass pan. And then I seasoned the steak with some of that Tony Chachere's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and some bourbon, some of that bourbon steak seasoning.
That dry rub.
Yeah. Well, I put a little bit of both of those on there and then cooked it in that Worcestershire and Italian seasoning in the oven. It was pretty good. The steak was just a cheap cut, so it was a little tough, but the flavor was really good.
Yeah.
So I did that. Made me some French bread. Made me some mashed potatoes. I was set up, man, like a king.
Sounds like it.
Had a big glass of sweet tea.
You had the Corona steak going on.
I did.
Corona quarantine steak.
So what I've been doing, so what have you been doing like through your whole time off with the Corona thing?
Well, been over here really, not doing much of nothing.
Yeah, we've been over here almost every night.
Me and Mark's
Just
been
eating,
working
grilling,
on some
smoking.
Raspberry Pi projects that
Now,
we're trying to get
I didn't know
done.
what that was until I walked in the other day. So I know there's a lot of people that probably don't. So I didn't really know what that was. I've never heard of a Pi.
It's
like
just it's a mini computer, and it's got like unlimited projects you can do with them. They come out with them and they're like really cheap, like $25-$35
Oh, wow.
for the board, and it's to help promote. Well, it's to help get kids interested in programming and robotics and stuff like that. But there's a lot of other cool things you can do with them. Like you can make media servers out of them. You can make little mini computers out of them. Like I've got mine hooked up to a little monitor back there.
I saw that little monitor. That's
yeah, a
pretty
little
cool.
7-inch.
Sweet. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see, but that's what I've been trying to work on everything with.
It's kind of cool though. I like it.
It is. It's different. Which Mark has put me on the task. He wants me to make a little wireless laptop out of that monitor and a Zero, like a little media server, portable media server.
Oh wow.
Which is kind of what my idea was
So
anyway.
you got a baby laptop then.
Basically, I got a little baby DVD player, DVD-less player.
So you can watch movies or
Yeah.
And you said something about playing games, you know, like
Yeah, we've
like
got the
one where you
Retro
play
Pi
games.
arcade that we're working on.
That's cool.
So that's
Well,
going to be
I've just been
interesting.
actually what I've done is like I know a lot of people know about World of Warcraft, and I used to play. It's been 10, 12, 13, 14 years ago, and I played the actual game. Well, I don't have a computer that runs it because there's so many expansions now.
Oh, yeah.
The game itself is so big. So pretty much majority of my time is when I'm not like prepping for our D&D games. I've been playing World of Warcraft a lot. I do the free trial version. You can only go to level 20. You can only have a certain amount of gold, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that you can't really do. But, I mean, it's still really cool. I mean, there's still... You can get you a character from level 1 to 20. There's no limit on your characters.
Yeah.
You can have up to, I think it's maybe 10. I've done at least 10 on a server. But you can have 10 on each server. So, I mean, hell, if you're full on one server, you just swap to the next server. So I've been trying
Start
to
over again.
Well, another thing that's cool about it is like when I played before, I just started a hunter, and that's what I played, because there was no stopping on the level. So I just spent my time leveling that guy up, And at that time, I think the cap was probably 70 or 80.
Characters?
No, 70 or 80 levels.
Oh, levels.
Now I think it's 120, and then there's a new expansion that's supposed to be coming. Well, they said released this year, but now with all this going on, I'm not sure. But like now, since it only goes to level 20, and then you can play in the PvP sites and then play dungeons and stuff with it after that. Just have fun with the character. But now it's like I've tried, since I'm not focused on leveling one character up so high, it's like I've tried different classes. So now I've got like a mage class, a hunter class, a warlock class, the rogue class.
So it's like D&D in a computer game, basically.
Well, that it is, and it's all that was kind of set up years ago through other games. That's what they were trying to do, is make a video game that's basically D&D, and they've had tons of those. I mean, it started out way back in the day before. I remember actually going to Mark's house in like 93 or 94, and he had this game, and I wish I could remember the name of it, but you just typed in what you were doing basically, and the computer would tell you, like, I'm walking this away. Well, you meet a dragon. What do you do? I can't remember what it was.
He was playing that a couple
but,
years ago.
But I mean, they weren't even.
There's no graphics or nothing. It's all word. It's
At that point, there was no Explorer.
It's text play,
or,
yeah.
What was it Netscape Navigator?
Netscape. Yeah.
I can't remember. But back then, there wasn't even that. I mean, everything was.
It was DOS.
There wasn't even Windows. Everything ran on DOS.
Yeah.
But I remember going over there, and it was kind of a real small version of like Dungeons and Dragons even then. And I think you could play with up to 6 or 8 people through dial-up or something.
Yeah.
Well, I remember playing Diablo, and I remember going and playing Diablo, and you could only have 6 people in it, the original Diablo. But I remember calling up one of my friends, and like we weren't even on the internet technically. It was just my computer was calling his computer,
Yeah.
and we would play Diablo, like just the
The
two
old
of
phone
us.
modems.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was kind of cool. You kind of miss those days, but
You kind of do, but then you look at what we got now, and you're like,
it's
no.
wow. Yeah, I wouldn't go back to do it. Like it for retro for a little while. Like I mean, the whole thing with me playing World of Warcraft right now, anyway, it's retro. It reminds me of 12 years ago when I used to play. It's
Well,
like,
that's that whole thing with us doing the
know.
retro pie build, the bar top arcade,
Yeah.
and Atari,
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation, Nintendo.
Nintendo games. Hey, there is a game. I think it was Sega. But there's this game that I would love to find called Shining Force. And if it's on there, I definitely want to play
It's
Shining
probably on
Force. It
there.
was such a cool little game back in the day.
I think I've got like 17,000 ROMs
Oh, wow.
to install on it.
It's crazy. So there's anything you can play, huh?
Pretty much.
So that's what I've been doing, is just sitting at home prepping for our D&D games that we do on Sundays, and I've eat, man, like crazy. You sit at home and like you've got nothing to do, so I'm steadily either drinking coffee or eating. And man, you wouldn't
It's
believe.
munchy food too.
I've got
but-
tons of coffee at my house. My buddy RJ, he's on here every once in a while. Y'all may remember him, but he came over with like 100 little K-cups of coffee the other day that he had just been storing up. So I've got plenty of coffee, but now it's like I drink so much I run out of creamer. Like within just like a day, I'm out of creamer. Like I can buy a bottle of creamer, and I drink so much coffee within a day and a half, I'm already out again. And so the last actual few cups, I've been sweetening with honey and putting milk in it. But I've heard that heavy cream makes a really good creamer. And they said it
does.
lasts a long time because you don't have to use
You don't
very
have to
much.
use near as much.
So I may try that soon. Since I use honey anyway, use honey and heavy cream.
I don't see.
Sounds
I've never
pretty good.
done the honey with creamer or with anything like that. Normally, when I'd use honey, it's just honey.
Yeah, and the coffee.
Or if I do creamer,
And then
I
we
do
were talking
creamer,
about it
just
last
a little
night.
bit of sugar.
One of the guys here said last night that he uses butter. Like a certain brand of butter that Mark had got.
Irish
him-
butter. It's called
Ke-
bulletproof coffee or something.
Well, he was talking about a Kelly something butter. I guess it's a brand. I'm not sure.
It could be.
But there was a lady that used to come into Kroger when I worked at that store a lot. There was a lady come in one day, and she bought a certain kind of butter every week. And the guy in the dairy department, he asked her. He said, "Why are you buying so much of this butter?" And she said, "Well, I use it for everything, but she said I also use it to like creamer in my coffee." And like, man, that's different,
Mark
So I
knows that what he is.
I actually got this big thing of that whipped butter.
Yeah.
So I actually may try that.
You're supposed to
And
froth
see
it or something. Supposed to have like a little mixer you use.
Yeah. And this is that whipped butter, and I guess if it'll. And then I've also seen where people's making like the coffee cream. Have you seen that? Like it's kind of like, I don't know if it's like ice cream maybe or like a pudding, and people are mixing it, like mixing coffee up. It's basically coffee grounds, and I'm not exactly sure the recipe, but I've seen a lot of people doing that lately. And the redneck guy that's always trying the weird foods, really country guy. He wears makeup a little bit. I don't know his name. Really skinny
YouTube?
guy. Yeah, he's
If
real
it's
country.
YouTube, I probably hadn't watched.
But anyway, he was trying it. He always tries weird stuff. and I guess he saw the recipe and made some himself, but it sounds good, but anyway, that's what I've been doing is playing World of Warcraft and
Drinking coffee.
drinking coffee and prepping for D&D games and staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning and then sleep until 11 or 12 o'clock during the day. So I've got to kind of get out of that, man, because
I do too.
as soon as everybody gets back to work and I get in school, well, school's not going to start back up anytime soon, but
Well, I thought they started back up the 20th.
well, they're not even going to do schools
they're not gonna
anymore.
start? Okay.
They've decided just to, they didn't have it just a few weeks left anyway. So I think they're just going to cancel school. They're doing a lot of stuff at home.
Yeah,
Like,
I
had
know
to
they was
pick
doing a
up-
lot of homeschooling stuff.
I had to pick up packets for my kids to do at home, and they basically told me when I went and got the packets, they said this is stuff we've already been over. It's just stuff that we want to keep them so they don't just, they don't want them to
Forget
come back.
everything.
Yeah, they don't want them coming back next year being zombies and not know anything, So, I mean, I guess it's good. I would have killed for an extra 3 weeks or month 6 weeks or something of summer when I was a kid.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, me too.
Man, and my kids are enjoying it. So, well, let's take us a break. We're 17 minutes in. We can take us a break. Call this an intro.
Intro
And
done.
for the real pop culture Kelly and Clint takeover. Yeah.
I was just assuming because he was eating something that he was
Yeah,
doing
you're
something
recording.
wrong.
But of course, it's pig.
Hey, we found a special guest for our takeover.
No, I really like this because what I've always wanted to steer this podcast towards is a situation where I can do very, very little work and get all the credit.
Isn't that everything though?
all the praise and adulation? Yes, in every aspect of my life. It's what I'm trying to get that.
So me and Kelly for
Do I need to get closer to
the
this thing?
Yeah.
for the Kelly and Clint takeover
So
special.
how do you do this exactly? No, I've never used this mic before.
You just talk into it, like
You talk into it?
into it.
Oh, I thought you talked
So
about
we
it.
found a special guest.
You can
like,
talk about it, but you have to look it in the eye.
You know
when
all these
do
are
it.
maxed out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark came in and caught us, and like he was all mad and stuff. And
No, I was actually hoping when I got here that y'all would be at the very end. And I could just jump in and basically derail the whole situation and ruin it.
Well, that
that
kind of
was-
happened by you not being here.
Yeah. Well, we actually looked up. We did try to be good little boys on our takeover show, and we actually looked up topics that we thought, and our main two topics for the night. It's like we want Mark here, like
Yeah, Lord, what
I
have
mean,
you
we
talked
would've
about
had
so
another
far so I
time.
don't redundancy?
we haven't really talked
We haven't
about
talked about
anything yet.
anything.
Oh, okay.
We saved the Dungeons and Dragons and we saved the WrestleMania.
Well, while WrestleMania is kind of fresh in our minds, I didn't know this till today. The WWE's printing shirts that says record attendance 0.
Oh
And then
wow!
it'll say like WrestleMania, I wasn't there.
Oh wow.
I would buy one of those.
It says
man.
WrestleMania 30 whatever.
36.
I wasn't there.
And it's like, I was there, but it simply says I wasn't there.
A record breaker.
I was one of the many people that wasn't there.
That would be awesome though, because that's the first. Everybody used to always say that they lie about the attendance at WrestleMania anyway to make it sound like they're record breaking every year. So this is like the record breaking.
In reverse. Yeah, they broke it in a different way.
Yeah.
Have you gone back and listened to this? These WAV files look small.
Yeah, dude, that's the best we could do.
Every mic is muted.
We did that for a reason, and we can't. Oh, we did a playback.
Like
Yeah,
I
we're
think
doing a
we were
playback.
we were just coming through the snowball this whole time.
No, because you can see the wave on Clint's was coming through fine.
Well, because that's Clint. He's got a voice that carries.
Yeah. We'll go back
Like you
and listen
could
to him real
you
quick.
could be out in the parking lot right now. And we would hear you just fine.
Let's go back and listen to see.
No, I think I fixed it.
Yeah, but that means we lost everything, so we got to go
That's
back and
fine.
listen to see.
Nobody's listening to this.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We might actually have listeners now because people are
They was
Not
excited
doing
about
anything, man.
You know, since all this quarantine stuff started, our numbers have gone
People
up.
are so bored, man. They're listening to us.
I've been crunching some numbers.
I mean, life is so bad right now for people that they're listening to us.
Yes, they're so bored. They've done everything else there is to do, and by process of elimination, they are listening to real pop culture.
Like,
Hey, we'll take them however we can get them.
And
Oh, yeah.
well, actually, me and Kelly, like, one of our topics was going to be earlier, like, you know, a TV show or something that everybody's watching right now or something, and
Binge-worthy stuff.
Definitely
And,
Shameless for me.
like, we
I've
can't
powered
watch-
through 9 seasons of Shameless.
But we can't think of anything.
I've shamelessly
Like,
powered through it.
Right now would be the time if they've got something on the back burner at these TV networks that they might put out. Right now would be the time to throw that.
Well,
out
they're
there,
trying
man.
to. They're making content available, but the problem with what you're describing is that they're having to like not shoot stuff.
Yeah.
They're sending everybody home. Like
Well, I know, but I mean,
production
like, I'm
is being
saying, like, the
delayed
stuff
on
that they-
current TV
stuff
shows.
that they've already filmed.
Oh yeah.
You know, or maybe, you know, because there's actually series and stuff out there that they filmed and never came to life. Like,
Pilots and
now
stuff.
would be the
and
time to go through and see. Like, if you've got our first season of something, man, now would be the time to throw that out there, and then, hell, you never know what somebody's going to like.
I heard on the radio today that this is the worst pandemic since 1918, which was the Spanish flu, I believe. Was that what that?
Maybe.
1800s was the Spanish flu. Because I remember we was
Let me
talking
Google
about it
that.
earlier.
Those
Like-
waves are still small.
It said this is the worst pandemic since 1918. So from 1819.
Oh, we did. There is one
1819.
topic that we were
1819.
waiting on you for. The Batman 3 Jokers.
Oh, yeah.
I've
we-
heard about that, but I don't think it's come out yet.
No,
well, we
it's,
was reading about
No,
it
it's
earlier.
1918.
We were just reading about it and how they're the 3 separate Jokers and stuff. So H1N1 virus.
Well, Spanish flu was an unusually deadly influenza pandemic lasting from January 1918 to December 1920. It infected 500 million people, about a quarter of the world's population at the time. Wasn't it the Black Plague that wiped out like a third of the Earth?
Yeah.
Of course,
Something like that.
The population of the Earth was much smaller.
And it was
back
from
then.
rats. And now we got from bats.
It was from
This
fleas.
is from bats.
Well, I thought the Black Plague came from rats, or it might have been fleas.
It was
from
fleas.
rats or
Yeah, it was
something,
fleas
somehow, but-
that were.
By
was
the way,
reason it was
But
getting
this
all
came
out.
from
Here's
bats.
our,
Yeah, this
Here's our
virus
disclaimer
came
that
from a
we
bat.
know nothing about nothing.
Yeah.
So don't count us as a reliable source of any kind of historic information.
Yeah, don't do a book report and use us.
We're not even good. We're not even a good reliable source for fictional information.
And the bad part,
Like,
and
we're
the
bad
bad
at
part,
stuff that we make up.
like the bad part is we have the internet right here.
Yeah, and we're.
But we'll still tell you false information because we're too lazy to look it up. Like we need what's the guy on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Jamie?
We need a Jamie. So like we don't tell them. So, but we're too lazy to look it up. Like we're right here at a computer, and have the internet and Google.
Google
and
is pulled up.
And instead of us looking it up, we'll just tell you the wrong information. Like we don't care.
So getting back to WrestleMania, I thought that watching Raw and SmackDown, like with no crowd, I would be used to it by now. But it was still weird for
It's
WrestleMania
hard.
to be at the Performance Center in front of.
Yeah.
And the
crowd.
stuff that they did that was like the
The
Undertaker
Boneyard match,
the Boneyard match,
that
and
was
then
pretty cool.
Yeah, and then the family, the Firehouse,
the Bray Wyatt match.
that one.
You know,
that wasn't even a match. That was just like
I still don't know what.
It was
what that's
entertaining. It
It was
considered.
so
but it
weird
wasn't
that
a
I
match.
liked it.
Yeah, that's how I was. It was so weird that
It was
I
so
enjoyed it.
bizarre. Yeah, it wasn't a wrestling match though.
No,
And
There were very few wrestling moves, and either like even in the Undertaker thing, it was very physical.
they had one wrestling move.
Yeah,
and,
they were just
Yeah,
punching each other
Undertaker.
like and doing stunts. It's not like you didn't see like body slams and,
so was there a match you did like?
belly to belly suplexes and.
I think the match that stole
But
the
you know,
whole show.
you said on the last episode you were like WWE's going to have to think outside the box and do
And
something
they kind of
different.
did.
They did. Whether you liked it or
Yeah.
didn't like it, you can't deny that
They didn't try.
the Boneyard match and the Funhouse match were very different.
Mhm. Both of those.
well, so was the match with Edge and
yeah, it was.
RKO.
Oh yeah, that was
And-
that's probably my favorite one.
that was really
My
outside
favorite
the
match
box.
of the whole thing to me was the I thought the 5-way with the women's, the
Yeah, that was a
fatal
good one.
5-way match. Was
All the
probably
women's matches were
best,
really
dude.
good.
Well,
They did.
the one with Natalia and
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan wasn't. I didn't think it was all that good.
I don't remember
But-
much about it, so maybe it wasn't good.
But I really enjoyed that
But that 5-way,
that 5-way like elimination match.
that was good.
With
See,
Bailey and Sasha Banks and,
Sasha
and,
Banks.
Naomi and Lacey. They all four showed out on that
Yeah.
match. Like
You know that Lacey,
And
that Lacey
Taramina
girl,
showed up.
she's really good, but like I don't like that her gimmick at all.
Oh,
They-
the
they
sweet
they
and
came
sassy.
in, you know, she's a Marine.
In real life,
Uh-huh.
well, why don't you do that then?
And
Have her come out like in a
well,
as a
they
Marine?
at first that's kind of what they were getting at was an
That would
old
be cool.
school Marine, like an old 1920s or 30s Marine, and that's kind of what they were getting at first, and then. And like again,
She's
we
kind of
still
doing the
don't know
pinup,
anything
like
about
the
anything.
1920s pinup girl stuff. That's
Yeah.
kind of what she's going for, I think now.
Well, they've almost modeled it after what is it, Miss America or whatever on Glow.
Oh yeah, sorta. Yeah.
I just don't. It's sort of like Elias. I like Elias. He's a good wrestler. He's got a good look. But,
Yeah, we talked about that.
But
too,
that the
other
playing the
day. Like,
acoustic thing has just been done to death.
yeah.
Like that
It was
should've-
done when they
And
were
hitting
rock
people with
done it.
guitars, like.
But like Clint was saying, it was fine when The Rock did it because he just did it every now and then.
Yeah.
Like why do?
And I think Elias would be okay. They don't have to completely change him. They just need to.
His
like,
character needs to
tone
tweak
it
it.
down.
He
Like
just
they
needs-
just need
yeah.
to
just
like-
tweak it.
leave the guitar at home. At home some days, you know. Like just kind of tweak it a little bit. Just tone it down. Like.
Yeah.
Because he's a good wrestler and he's
Yeah.
got a lot of charisma and the fans
Yeah.
like him.
And he's got the look of a like bodybuilder, you know.
And then the only thing that got me about the two main events each night was it was the exact same match.
Yeah.
From one night to the next.
You could
Well-
almost call it.
Like it was
Well, I
Like-
did not see them dropping the title to.
either
To
one.
Braun
really.
Strowman.
I mean, I didn't know.
I
didn't
wasn't
really
surprised
think
if Brock Lesnar lost. This is spoiler alert. by
No,
the
because
way.
he'll take his vacation. He always takes a vacation.
That's
after
true.
WrestleMania
That is
anyway.
true. He
So,
does.
I see that. The thing is like okay, Goldberg dominated the whole match, and then at the end, Braun Strowman does 4 power slams, which I didn't understand anyway.
Well, it makes it so obvious
But
that
he
he's
does
just
4 power slams to beat him. Well, then the next night, Brock Lesnar dominates the whole match, and then Drew McIntyre does 4 Claymore kicks
Yeah.
to win the match. It's the exact. They were both short matches, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that Goldberg's not the champion, and I'm glad that Brock Lesnar is not the champion. I just wish, especially the Brock. I mean, Goldberg, I was fine with that being a short match because nobody expects Goldberg to last.
Well, the
over
problem
2 or 3
is they
minutes
made
anyway.
it so obvious that Braun Strowman's just a
But-
placeholder with the title because he wasn't even supposed to wrestle.
Yeah.
Like, which
The
I
best
get.
we can look for is he does
I
good
get
as
why
a
they
champion,
pulled-
and they
They
enjoy
were right
him
to
as
pull
champion.
Roman Reigns, of course, because he's a high risk.
Yeah, for getting sick.
But
yeah,
Dropping
actually really getting
the,
sick.
they should have what they should have done is not drop the title until Roman Reigns was able to come back.
Yeah,
Instead, they dropped the title to Braun Strowman, and he's just a placeholder until Roman Reigns can come back. And he's
but then Goldberg probably only signed on for like so many matches, and
well, they got WWE
You know.
money. Give him another $500,000 to stay on another.
Well, they ain't got WWE money right now.
I don't
Well,
know.
To me, they probably
It's-
could have picked
it's-
somebody else.
I
to
would be interested to see the numbers because you lost a ton of ticket sales. Well, all of them. But you
Merch
also
sales.
everybody's stuck at home, so they're going to watch WrestleMania.
Well, here's another thing too, though. Is
There's
like
more eyes on
with,
the product on the TV than ever.
here's another thing too, though. With this stuff going on, it's a really good time for WWE to completely shake everything up. But they never do that. They always stick to what.
And
like-
dude, Monday Night Raw sucked. Like the Monday Night Raw
Horrible.
after WrestleMania is usually as good as WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that's
And
usually
it-
because of the fans,
Because
and
the
there
fans,
was no
because
fans,
the
so.
the fans that go to the Raw after WrestleMania are the ones that stayed over
But this
from
does show
WrestleMania
you
because they always do it in the arena where they had the Hall of Fame. The
this
night
does
before.
show you how much those wrestlers depend on the fans.
Yeah.
Like if there was no live, no live audience, it does show you how much those shows depend on a live audience. Like, it
But it
still
looks like
just seems.
WWE would have. I don't know.
Well, I've also
Some
noticed,
more
like in the
effort.
commentary, like there's a lot of breaks in the commentary, and it just seems like it's just quiet. For
You remember we
so
kept thinking that
long.
the internet froze?
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
It's like,
'cause
oh,
it'd
the
be
match's
quiet.
still going. They're just quiet.
and it's like you don't understand how much the background noise of the fans actually puts into it when those commentators stop talking for just I mean, and it may just be a few seconds.
Why did they do
But still.
WrestleMania 2 nights? I mean, they said the whole thing was pre-recorded anyway.
Well, they said it was too much because there were 16 matches total.
Oh, okay. Some of them they could have done without.
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah,
A lot of them
yeah.
were pre-show matches. They just went ahead and brought to the forefront.
It was something to change up too because they ended up canceling NXT. Their little takeover thing for Saturday, they ended up canceling it so that they could run. So it's kind of weird because they're doing their pay-per-view on the show. They did part of it last Wednesday, and they're going to show another part of it next Wednesday.
Dude, that
So,
whole Edge show they've got on WWE
I
Network
watched
now,
it today.
Was it not good?
It was good.
It's a whole documentary about his comeback from
And it's yeah.
getting hurt and saying they said he'd never wrestle again.
Yeah.
He showed up at Rumble, went on to Mania. So you think he's going to stay? Is he here to
By
stay?
the way he talked, it's not going to be a one-time thing. Now, he may not be around long, but he
I mean,
said
he still has a lucrative Hollywood career.
he said that he went out a good way. The first time he went out as world champion, but he said it wasn't on his terms.
Right.
And he said, going out the champion, there's nothing more you can ask for. But he said it still wasn't on his terms. So I don't think it was just a one-time deal. By the way he talked on there, it sounds like he's wanting to actually. Now I don't know how long that means. I mean, he might be here for another year, 2 years, or he might be for another 2 or 3 matches.
He is in the Hall of Fame, though, right?
Yes. They put him in the Hall of Fame right after the year he
That's
retired.
right.
So him and Beth
I hope
Phoenix-
something like that happens with Sting. Like, he just miraculously is cleared to wrestle again and do that last match with Undertaker.
And it could. I mean, you never know. Because
I don't think he's that interested in it. It doesn't seem like it.
he never was, I don't think. And they were supposedly to give, before Sting got injured, like they were thinking he might have a title run.
Oh,
like
wow,
in
really?
WWE. Like, I mean,
It's just weird that, I mean, I know you can't help it when you get hurt. It's not his fault, but it's just strange that he was the most famous wrestler of all time to never be in the WWE, and then he finally did. And
one match and lost it. Like,
yeah.
the one match he did in WWE, he lost. He's like 0-1.
And then it's over with.
He retired 0-1.
We waited like, I don't know what, 40 years.
And that match wasn't even that great. It was cool because they ended up bringing out DX and NWO,
Yeah.
but the match itself wasn't that great. Like, and nobody wanted to see that match. Everybody wanted Sting and Undertaker. Nobody gave a shit. And they actually played it off like, oh, it's the match everybody would have been waiting decades for.
No.
And it's like, no, it's not. It's a match you threw together.
You got 50%.
Like, everybody was
right?
waiting decades for Sting
Like
and
you
Undertaker.
finally get him here, and who do you put him up against?
Triple H.
Triple H.
And for no reason.
But I got what they were going for. They were trying to say that Sting meant WCW and Triple H is WWE.
And I get that. And they had their buddies.
But
You
you've
know,
already
Sting
done the
had the whole
WCW versus
NWO, and then-
WWE, like literally.
Yeah.
I
But they
mean-
didn't have those people.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what they were getting at. They didn't have, it wasn't DX versus NWO. And that's all it was supposed to be anyway. But you could have done that with anybody. You didn't have to do that
I'm
with
drinking
Sting.
all up in the microphone, and I'm actually drinking water. Water. H2O.
I wonder why.
What?
we talked about when we first did our little takeover at the beginning.
Oh, y'all making fun of me?
We were saying that we were going to drink up all your beer and eat up all your food and
There was
steal
no beer here.
Yeah.
when we
I
took
brought the
over
beer with me.
podcast. So that's what he said. Like he said, well, there's no beer, so we won't be drinking up his beer. But we might eat his food. And
Oh, dude, I was so full. I went to Knight's Drive-In and got one of those. You can't even call it a steak sandwich. It's just steak. I think there's some bread there.
Yeah.
But you don't really
God,
notice
yeah,
it.
it's like a little. Yeah, it looks like a. It looks like a little teeny tiny roll.
They could give you like 2 extra buns to go with it, and
Would
you'd
be
still
enough.
have enough to.
Like I don't see how they can close the clamshell, the
Yeah.
styrofoam thing for all the steak just hanging out everywhere. This thing's amazing, and they've been making those things since like the '60s or '70s, and they're still the same as
Yeah.
they've always been.
Well, I like the ribeye steak sandwiches too.
I've never gotten
The
anything
chopped
but the
ribeye, those
but
are
the
good.
fried. What would you call that? A fried?
That's a
steak
beef
sandwich?
steak sandwich. And the other one's a ribeye steak sandwich.
It's like when I call, they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, what do you think?
Like if you had to take one item on your menu, because everybody buys those. Everybody.
Yeah, of course
I
they do.
mean, but now I do like their ribeye steak sandwiches too. But they're actually the ribeye steak sandwiches are actually better at Dairy Cream, I think.
I really like their.
And we're allowed to say
Chicken
that
salad.
against each other because, for one thing, neither one of them sponsoring us.
Yeah.
But they're also like,
But I mean,
they
could sponsor us if they
something,
wanted
so-
to, and I wouldn't be upset about it. At all.
I think it's like sisters that.
And if I'm
only-
saying anything bad, I'll be glad to take it back. Because I'm sure
I believe they're all family anyway.
I don't stand by anything I say,
Unless we need to for sponsors.
unless you want me to.
Yeah. But we'll.
Man, is it just me or did the Big Mac get smaller? Now
They
it's
got
just
smaller.
did
just
it,
the Mac.
or was I just a kid and everything seemed bigger?
No, the
it's
patties.
just a Mac now.
The patties are smaller.
Yeah, it's all smaller.
The bun
dude.
is smaller.
Yeah, it's even smaller than like the cheeseburger. Definitely
Yeah.
than the quarter pounder. Or just, I think it's even smaller. Maybe
Well,
I'm just,
no, everybody I've always talked to, they said
the Whopper still
you
seems the
don't
same
order
size.
the you don't
the Whopper
order the
seems
Big Mac.
big as like but the Big Mac.
They always say you order like the quarter pounder with Mac sauce. That's what I've always heard. Like you don't order the Big Mac, you order quarter
But
pounder.
with the quarter
Mac
pounder, you don't
sauce.
have that one piece of bread in the middle. It's not the same.
Well, you still get more meat though.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
guess
want
you
the
gotta
double-
order lettuce
double
too.
Have you
quarter
seen
pounder.
the double Big Macs where it's like bun, meat, bun, meat, bun? It's just two more meat patties.
So it's like the original Big Mac.
It's just
thickness-wise.
as tall as the original, but it's not big around as it used to be.
Well, I was telling Kelly I ate a steak today.
Like it seems like the Big Mac
First
used to be
time.
like this big around, and I know y'all can't see what I'm doing with my hands, but I'm making a circle. And
Like
now
the
it's like
saucer.
it's
Yeah,
tiny,
now
man.
It's tiny, man.
Don't call it a Big Mac.
Everything goes with that though. Not only do we get smaller portions, but they cost more. Like they go up on price and down on the size.
I don't know if I said this on here before or
And-
not, but I've said it a lot of times. I think, like I like crunchy peanut butter,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it should be cheaper than creamy peanut butter because they didn't finish. They didn't have to work.
Yeah, they didn't have to work as hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like crunchy peanut
And I think
butter, too.
sushi should be cheaper than cooked stuff.
Yeah.
I love sushi, but you didn't have to cook it.
Do nothing, dude. All you
You
do
didn't
is
gotta
rolling it
turn on the
up.
grill. You don't have to use electricity.
Yeah, but you got special guys that make it.
Well, okay, that's fine, but at least mine should come out faster.
Yeah, because it ain't even cooked.
You gotta cook it. I hate it when like I go eat sushi with like some of my friends and they'll order like something cooked, and their shit comes out first. I'm like,
They
really?
got to go catch it, man.
Because I usually
want
get
it fresh.
I don't just get sushi. I get sashimi, which is
Sashimi.
just slabs of meat on a plate.
Just raw.
Just take it out of the
slab.
refrigerator, dump it on the plate, and bring it to me. Give me an apron. I'll go back here and get it myself. I'll even flip around some spatulas and shit.
Throw an egg in your hat.
Boy, that hibachi thing's fun for like one time. You know?
Yeah.
You can only do so much entertaining there.
Yeah. We went to
There's only so many tricks.
Mount Fuji. We ate that today, Bubba.
Yeah, I like
We went there one time on a business trip when I worked for Mars Candy, and we sat at the grill, and watched the guy do all that fancy
Mount
stuff.
Fuji, that's not even the good one. The good one's over there behind the Malco 10.
Yeah, the other one. That's where Anthony and them go. Mount Fuji's better if you want cooked food.
I really like either
Like
one.
if it's not sushi that you
Kyoto's,
want.
that's it. Kyoto.
Kyoto,
Mount
yeah,
Fuji,
yeah.
Mount Fuji's better if you want like the steak and shrimp and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're good at that kind of stuff.
I feel like when you
Where,
go to the hibachi though, you're
when
like,
you go to Kyoto's, it's like they're better for the raw, like the sushi and stuff.
when you go to the hibachi, it's I feel like the first time you're like, whoa, this is so cool, and then the second time, it's like going to see a comedian and you already know all
Yeah.
the jokes.
Yeah.
Like you've
They're
seen
not-
it for the
it's not as
second
cool the
time.
second time. Like,
It's not as funny because you know
I
what they're
seen
about-
you throw that egg and catch it in your hat, man.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's not.
I
It's only
watched you
good for
chop
like
up-
one
I watched you
time.
chopped up at rice.
Even if you
before.
change out the chef, they still all kind of do the same thing.
Yeah. I saw you catch that shit in your pocket last time, in your shirt pocket.
I saw your fake cigarette. I saw you squirt me with that fake bottle.
But so what was our other topic? Oh yeah, did.
I'm not through ripping on restaurants. Hang on.
Let's rip on WrestleMania. So what did you not like? I guess we went over what we did like. What did you not like?
It seemed
All
like there was
of
a
it.
lot of. I don't know. I mean, there's some of it I liked. But there's a lot of filler.
Stuff that they couldn't like. I'm
they
talking
could
about stuff
have. They could have
you know?
trimmed it down, and done one night.
Yeah.
I actually like the 2 night.
And I was looking
Hey,
forward
what
to it.
happened? Oh, they can't do the Andre the Giant tournament because it's too many people.
Well, now I don't know that was supposed to be a big deal because I thought that's the reason they didn't do the triple tag team thing.
And then RJ was telling us.
But
why
RJ
they
said
didn't.
it was something because the Miz couldn't get out of wherever he lives.
Well, and two,
and get there.
this
So,
this WrestleMania was filmed at different times, because like some of that statewide shutdown stuff came probably after they had already filmed some,
Yeah.
and then they just kind of mixed it all together because WWE didn't claim.
I was
for
wondering
any-
about the
any of this was
Andre.
live.
I was wondering if
Hell, they
everyone.
could have done that Boneyard match before they promoted it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, I was wondering if they were gonna. I'm wondering if they're gonna do the Andre match next year. You know, if they're gonna bring it back. It never was. A big
or just
deal
do
anyway.
it as
I mean,
a separate thing.
they never really made a big deal out of it anyway. It was just cool to. It was a cool thing to have.
I liked it because you had that big ass statue.
Well, here's your thing about the Andre thing is they
Like the trophy was just a big Andre.
Well, here's your thing about the Andre thing is that was your leftovers. It didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And this year they didn't have any leftovers.
No, they already cleared out
Like
the
they
locker
cleared out the
room.
locker room.
But at least it
already,
had
you know?
like a meaning behind it, other besides just doing a random ass all
Yeah,
battle
yeah,
royal
yeah.
for no reason.
It's like whoever's left that ain't
Because
got
that's
a
what they
match,
used to do
You'll be in the Andre
before the
match.
Andre. What do they call it? The Andre Battle Royal, the Andre Classic, or,
Andre, yeah, I don't know.
but they used to just go, "Oh, hey, we're gonna have a big match with a shitload of people."
Yeah,
But at least now it's got like I don't know
a
something
reason
tied
to it. Yeah. But
Because you
I
could
mean,
carry around like they did a whole storyline with somebody, like they broke the trophy or something. You remember that?
Mhm.
They did a whole storyline with the person.
Oh yeah,
that
was
won
it Cesaro won at one time?
I thought it was
And
cool that the Big Show
then-
finally won it.
Braun Strowman's won it. Big Show won it the first time, right?
Mm-mm. I don't
Or
think-
Cesaro may have won it the
It's
first
like a
time.
second or third time. Hell, they've only done it a few times.
Matt Hardy won it once, I believe, or Bray Wyatt. One of them because it was when they were doing their.
Matt's
tag
at
team thing.
AEW now.
Yeah. I don't really care much for Matt Hardy.
Really?
I never have, dude.
What
Or
about
Jeff
that?
Hardy. I used to like Jeff Hardy back in the day, but like
What was his character called that he did for so long? That Delete.
I hated that character.
Really?
To me, it was just them being corny.
What about
I
that?
mean,
That match they did with the drones at the.
It was a
what
cool
was it
idea.
called?
It was
The Final
same thing
Deletion?
as- That thing was
It's
hot.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Like it's the most watched YouTube.
It was
match.
probably the closest thing that we had to the Boneyard match before
Yeah.
the Boneyard match. Like,
I bet they're sitting back saying that. Like, hey, we did that first.
yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure. They may even bring that up on AEW. Like, you stole our idea, bitches.
What was his name? I'm drawing a blank. That
The
character.
V something.
One side of his hair was white and the other one was
Yeah.
black, and he always wore that robe.
It was Brother Nero was
Cruella
Was-
DeVille.
was Jeff.
Yeah, he had the Cruella DeVille. Y'all keep talking. I go to the bathroom. And give me another drink. Or you wanna
Well,
pause
we were. Let's pause it.
Pause
Let's take
it.
a break right here.
Take a quick
it?
break.
A random ass break. You know what's funny?
Pause for the
What
calls.
never happens when there's just two people. But like if there's three or more people on the podcast, I get tickled because somebody will just jump up and walk off.
Yeah, we all.
I'm like we're so
Like, we'll just
informal
keep going,
that people-
yeah.
somebody
Everybody
will
else will just
walk
keep
out of the
going.
room right in the middle of the podcast.
Or somebody else might even walk in and just start talking.
Yeah. It's like how informal can you get here?
Planet and what we
Well,
think.
let's wrestle up the wrap up mania talk.
Wrap up the WrestleMania. WrestleMania.
That's pretty good.
That was. That's our entrance to this.
Kala, what was your favorite match?
Ah,
First of all, talk me through what's going on over here with you.
what do you mean?
Like,
Over here in Kelly's corner.
are you standing up because you want to?
He's talking
or
to the BB-8
what's the
microphone.
like, you don't look comfortable.
I'm standing up because the USB cable's not long enough for me to sit down.
And he's using the BB-8 microphone.
Is this how low budget we are? We don't even have enough cable for you to sit down.
The bad
That's
part
alright.
is like there's 100 mics in here.
Come on, people. Can we not get one sponsor? Kellogg needs a cable.
Yeah. The bad part is we've got like 100 mics in here.
A while ago, it looked like
It's
you were
like-
doing like a push-up, but your legs were like you were standing up, but doing a. It's almost like you were on a crotch rocket, but your legs were
Like
on.
we've got a mic that we can just hang from the ceiling, and all of us could talk, and that's all we need. But we still set up like all these different mics.
Well, because it's easier to edit.
Yeah, that's true. You can cut out one person.
And if you just got one mic, everybody's talking at the same time into one mic.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
And then
so
we're huddled
you
up
just gotta
around
leave
each
it.
other like we're hobos around a fire barrel. And yeah, it don't work.
I used to have a fire.
So
barrel
what
at
is
my
it
old
that-
house.
So what is it that you?
What was your favorite match?
I
Let's
really
do that
didn't.
real
I mean,
quick. What's your
didn't
favorite
just
match?
really have a favorite. WrestleMania this year to me was
It was a big letdown, but it had to.
it was really
It
a
had to be. It's
letdown.
not their fault.
So for you, was it a letdown because there was no people, or just a letdown because of the quality of the matches? The
quality
booking?
of the matches, the
and I don't think
who
any of that-
was wrestling. The Boneyard match was okay. Like I said, the RKO, the Randy Orton and Edge match was okay,
Well, here's another thing.
and the 5-woman wrestling
Yeah.
match that was pretty good.
To me, that was that was my favorite.
Yeah,
for sure.
the women showed out. I think this year, as far as
Yeah.
just
All
wrestling.
of them
just
about.
overall, yeah.
Like that Charlotte Flair Rhea Ripley match was good.
That was pretty good. I really wanted Rhea Ripley to win though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Charlotte's kind of she needs to be knocked down a peg just so she can come back up again.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, how hard is it to go from being the main event one year with Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey to being like to going for your third tier title?
Do you think there's too many belts?
Yes.
I can't keep up with who's. I used to
It
tell
is.
you who the champion was, who the Intercontinental was, who
Here's
the tag
the thing,
team
though.
was,
If they did it
the
right,
USA title.
like if they really did it right and they had a SmackDown and a Raw and they didn't have anything to do with each other and they had SmackDown pay-per-views and Raw pay-per-views, if they did it right, there's not too many titles.
Well, let's just go through
But
it
the
real
thing
quick.
is, they show each other.
You've
like,
got. Do you have
so
two
much.
sets of tag team champions or just
Yeah,
one?
2 sets.
And you have. Is there 2 women's titles?
Yeah, there's 2 women's titles.
There's
the
more than 2,
Intercontinental
isn't it?
US.
And now you don't you have the women's tag team titles? Well,
Yeah.
they did for a minute.
And then you've got all the NXT titles in there too.
And
that
you've
they
got
even-
the 24/7 title,
yeah.
which I kind of like. You got the
Money in the
like what do they call it? The undisputed champion. It's basically the Raw champion and the
Yeah,
SmackDown champion. You got. Do you still have a USA title?
You got a U.S. champion and a.
Who's the US champion?
That was the one that Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn. That's what they were fighting for. Daniel
Is
Bryan
there
and
still
Sami
they're
Zayn.
still in Intercontinental.
The Intercontinental title, and then that's not even counting. Like you jump down to NXT.
Why did they do away with the
You
European
got
title?
well, they've got the UK title.
They do.
So yeah, and it's in NXT.
So basically
Well, see,
everybody gets
well,
a
listen
belt.
to this. All right, you drop down to NXT. They've got the NXT champion. They've got the NXT UK champion. They've got the North American champion. They own the cruiserweight title now. It's on NXT. Then
I
you've
forgot
got
about cruiserweight.
you've got NXT tag team champions, and you've got the NXT UK tag team champions. And at one time, I think they've combined them, but you had a NXT women's champion and an NXT UK women's champion. So it's like
So
like
basically,
everybody
when you
gets
get hired
a,
by WWE, they hand you a
you
belt.
get a participation trophy, yeah. Like, oh, you can wrestle? Oh
Here's a
yeah, here's your
belt.
belt.
Yeah,
Right.
that's too many.
Yeah.
How many
and-
of those belts are held by the
And
same
if they
person?
if they separated those belts, it wouldn't be so. I mean, if they separated the shows, it wouldn't be so bad. But they don't separate the shows like
And
they
they've
should.
unified titles and then de-unified them so many times.
Yeah,
'Cause,
like
I mean,
say,
Jericho was the undisputed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a unification thing. He was
To
the first
me-
undisputed, which combined
And
the
it,
two.
and it kind of
heavyweight.
kills it. I get what they say.
You had the WWE champion and the heavyweight champion, which the heavyweight champion was just Ric Flair's belt. That's what I call it.
Mhm.
Like that replica. Well, that's a toy replica, but
Yeah. Well,
Like
I
that
called it.
belt.
That's the. I always called that the big gold
yeah.
because it was
So
always
that
the
one. You had the
biggest,
WWE title,
huge
and they just I think they
gold
just
belt.
called that the heavyweight title, and then
Yeah,
so
and then the
so they
WWE
combined them,
title.
and Jericho won, and he was undisputed. So
And then they uncombined.
and then they uncombined them. Like they
Yeah,
did it.
and then after that they combined them again. Remember with Daniel Bryan, and then uncombined them again. After that, Daniel Bryan had both titles. I think that's who it was. And then they separated them again, and it's like,
You really dilute it to where the belt having a belt doesn't mean nothing anymore.
well, the other
It's
problem
like a
is everybody's like,
precipitation
well, participation.
participation award.
I like precipitation.
And
It's
I
a
think-
rain award.
It rains so much, we're gonna give you a belt.
I think we have
It's
like
raining belts.
It is.
That is.
That's the
true.
precipitation title. It's raining
But what if
belts.
we like? I mean, I get what they're saying about. Well, if you only have like one world title, and then one intercontinental title, with the amount of people they've got, they're like, well, there'll be some people that never get to shine. You know what I mean?
Well, there's people that never get to shine anyway.
And that's true too. But I kind of get where they're going with that. But
With so many belts, none of them mean anything anymore.
yeah, like they're meaningless. So what does it matter? Like halftime, like okay, like going into WrestleMania, I wasn't even like the tag team titles. You were talking about two different sets of tag team titles. Like going into WrestleMania until I watched WrestleMania because we've been kind of half watching it up until the last few weeks. I didn't even know who owned either one of the tag team titles. Like I know Miz and Morrison had them. I just know that because I thought it was cool that Morrison was back. You know, I happened to keep up with it enough to know
Yeah, I
that
didn't
they
see
had
that
a set.
coming. I figured he'd go to AEW.
But then, like, I didn't know who had the WWE, the Raw titles or whatever.
that
they're
dude does
called.
not age.
And who Morrison?
Morrison.
No, he looks exactly like he
Exactly like he did 15 years ago.
did. Yeah. But then I was thinking,
I wish I
like,
could say the same.
I didn't know who the Raw tag team titles were, who those champions were.
Well, I knew Brock Lesnar,
And
had
yeah,
it.
I mean,
but the other one, gosh, they flop around so much. That was another thing. Back in the day, the champions.
who did Goldberg win that one
The
from?
champion
I don't even
is
know.
the champion, and then he stays that way. Like Ric Flair had that belt that you call the big gold
Oh yeah.
for like 14 years. it
Yeah,
seemed
well, like Hogan had his for like what 5 years or something, and
Yeah,
before he ever got beat.
and like the champion didn't wrestle regular matches. Like he
No.
would just come out on the pay-per-views.
Basically, and sometimes it would go, but he would go like almost a year before wrestling. Like sometimes he'd
It
wrestle
was
like
more like
once or twice a
UFC
year.
fighters that only like.
Which is what Brock Lesnar
They only
does,
fight once
and
or twice a
everybody
year.
hates, but you
But it's
know.
different. Like they did it for a reason back then. Not
Yeah, it was.
like Hulk Hogan didn't wrestle.
Well, they
as
built
much,
up pay-per-views,
but
for a
he did
year
everything else. Like
back
he
then.
did like a lot of promo,
Mhm.
like even talk show interviews.
And he would wrestle matches; they just wouldn't be title matches. You know, he would.
It
wrestle
was almost
against
unheard
jobbers.
of for a
Or-
title to change hands in a non-pay-per-view.
Oh
setting
yeah,
yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah, dude, when that happened with CM Punk, we were like, "Whoa!" On
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw, a title change.
and you
That
remember
wasn't that long ago.
there was a couple of them they even done at house shows.
Yeah, there was
Like,
one.
I
but
know
I think they
Kevin
did,
Nash beat the little technical guy. What was his name? Old guy. Been wrestling forever. Bob Backlund. You remember he won the title from Shawn Michaels, I think? And then Kevin Nash beat him like the next day at a house show to win the title.
I think that was because somebody was leaving or something, or somebody
Maybe.
hurt.
But I know Bob Backlund won the belt like for one night. He was like the WWF.
If you start doing that
world
during house
champion.
shows, that might help boost your ticket sales.
And that's
Yeah.
probably why they done it during house shows.
Maybe
And-
it's good marketing because
Well, there's
I mean, when you go to a house show, you're like, the champ's here, but he's not gonna drop the belt. 'cause
Yeah.
he ain't dropping no title.
ain't nobody gonna drop no title because it's a house show. House shows are very disappointing though. because you see Raw, and there's all this big production and
Well, you know-
explosions and pyrotechnics and fireworks, and then you go to the live event, and there's just like a curtain, and they walk. You can't even hear their entrance music because it's on
Yeah.
like the house speakers. They don't even have like the
Yeah.
big sound system. You're like, you can hear the crowd, but you can't even hear the music.
No.
And they just kind of walk out there like, "Hey guys, I'm fixing to wrestle."
Is that what they do? Hey
Yep.
guys.
That's exactly what they say. Every one of them.
Fix
do.
They'll have
Wrestle.
title matches on there.
I did see a WCW
nobody-
house show at Bancorp South before it was even called Bancorp South. It was pretty good because it was Sting and Ric Flair for the main event. That's another thing. The house shows used to have like the big roster.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like a bunch of fillers and then one big
Oh yeah.
match.
Oh yeah.
Now the house shows are like two guys I've never heard of.
And then they'll
Then a
have
match, two
like
girls I've
they
never
might
heard
have
of.
like 4 guys in there that are.
But then like one,
even
like
on
the main
show,
event will be like
you know,
two people you know, like
Yeah.
R-Truth versus like.
big show or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they'll promote the U.S. champion. It's like it's a big deal.
R-Truth is good at house shows, man, because he gets all up in the crowd and does the "What's up, what's up" for like 45 minutes. I swear, dude, it went on for like it seemed like forever. He said "What's up" like a billion times. And
So
he'd hold the mic up to a fan like a little kid.
So WrestleMania overall, like we guess it was a disappointment, but it was also the best they could do. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Overall, I was disappointed in it, but
it was
then
different, that's for sure.
Overall, I've been
very
disappointed
different.
in like I think we would have been disappointed in if it would just been a normal show either. So you know, it's just WWE's kind of a disappointment, right? Another thing what I was talking about Saturday night, you know, like WrestleMania, even before this year, in the last few years,
Has
you know,
been-
WrestleMania used to
been
be
downhill.
like there used to be big name stars there. Like WrestleMania was huge. It was like the Super Bowl. Like you had like whoever sang. Like the reason I said that is because of the national anthem. Like look at how many just really, really, really famous people used to sing the national anthem.
But
Or
you know,
the
that's back when it was
American
on
the Beautiful.
pay-per-view, too.
Yeah, and
It
now
still is.
Well,
there's never any.
With
there's-
it being the WWE Network now,
Like-
everything has started going downhill.
But they've started back saying in the advertisements that you can order it on pay-per-view.
Well, they
Yeah.
said it on this one,
I don't know where.
the Fight TV, and call your
Yeah, that
local
was like
provider
2 or 3,
for
yeah.
Didn't
pay-per-view.
DirecTV get pissed off at them?
Yes, they had a big deal when the network came out because they were like, "Well, hey,
There's no
who's going to
payment.
pay us $50 to watch one when they can pay you $100 to watch all of them?" And it pissed them off.
Yeah.
Is it
So,
$100 a year?
was $10 a month, and you get a month free, so it's $110 a year. But if you pay for a pay-per-view, that's $60 usually. Back
Yeah,
in the day,
it is. And
it was
WrestleMania
like-
sometimes is more expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Well, I can also remember when they would just do one pay-per-view a year. And then the past 10, 15 years, it was like 3, 4,
hell, there for a
5.
while they were doing 2 a month when they separated the SmackDown ones and the Raw ones.
Yeah.
They were doing a pay-per-view every 2 weeks.
Talk about watering it down.
Yeah,
They expect people to pay $60 twice a month. That's
Yeah.
like $130.
yeah, nobody's doing that.
Pretty sure my math is solid there. Pretty sure.
65 twice a month, yeah. $130.
No, I said 60
What is that?
at a time, twice a month.
We
So anyway, I think we covered WrestleMania. What was the other thing we were going to talk about? D&D?
yeah,
That D&D. Have you heard that song?
No.
I'll play it for you.
we started what I'm hoping was going to be a long-term campaign, but I ran across some trouble. Like the main trouble was like I didn't want to start everybody, and me and Mark's talked about it like too, but I didn't want to start everybody off like, okay, you're sitting in a bar, and all 4 of you are there or whatever, you know, and I didn't want to do like where you all 4 wake up and you're in the woods or in a field, and you're just there all together. You know, none of that seems
You
natural.
wanted the meet Q to be more organic.
More organic, more
When we meet
natural.
up.
Well, it's like you said, he wanted to start
But
out
it's so-
social.
I mean, you have to have a reason for everybody to get together.
Right.
And
Well, it's like I was telling you. Like if I walk out of Walmart, start heading towards my car, and I pass somebody,
yeah,
I'm going to be cordial and friendly, be like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, especially if they speak. But I'm not necessarily going to like try to make friends with them.
so we were eventually.
But if you're already friends
So
with
just
them,
putting 2 people in the same proximity doesn't mean
Yeah.
you should try to form a party with them.
Yeah.
So what's funny was like I got online like on a Dungeons and Dragons Facebook group. Like I got online the same night. Like we spent 4 hours Sunday just trying to get everybody together for the most part and on the same page and doing the same, on the same project. Like that's what we spent 4 hours of game time doing that, which that's okay. That's planning to happen, but it's just not a fun. It's not one of the most fun game sessions, And,
It's got to happen though,
Yeah,
It's
but
just part of it. It's like rolling up characters. To me, isn't all that fun.
I love rolling up characters.
Really?
To me, that's more fun than it. Because I've always got
I
different
guess the
ideas
reason I
on
don't
characters.
enjoy it was because you're better at it than me. Like I get confused and I don't like things.
Well, now that part's
I
not
don't
what
like things that
that's
are
not
hard.
part of that. That's not the part I enjoy the whole.
Like I like rolling up characters when there's somebody else doing all.
I
the
like
work for
coming
me.
up with characters. You know what I mean? It's not rolling the characters. It's coming up with the character.
Yeah, the
ideas.
imagination stuff I'm
I
all
love
about.
that part.
Like the number stuff is like.
Because you hardly ever see me play the same
having to look
characters.
so much stuff up,
You hardly ever see me play the same type of character twice in a row.
I do. I'm
I
boring
mean-
and basic.
But because I've always got
Drink.
the next character idea. But what we were getting at is I got online that same night, Sunday night, after our D&D campaign, and this guy was asking for advice. Like, I don't want my guys to just end up in the, I don't want the typical bar scene, because that's usually where it happens.
Yeah.
And I don't want them just waking up in a field for no reason.
Well, in medieval times, that was the social gathering point.
And I get the bar scene,
Like
but that's,
even like
it's
when
just
you
been
play
done
like
so
those type
much.
of games, that's
But you still have backstory
Common.
that's missing. Like, how did you get to that town? Why are you in that town? Why are you at the bar?
Yeah.
And a lot of that gets lost, and you don't want to spend an hour on each character because that's when everybody else gets bored.
Well, you remember when I did my campaign with
And-
y'all? I said I don't care which one of these little towns you're from,
Yeah.
but all y'all are from one of these, and you can even decide why you're headed to the big city. But when we
Yeah.
start,
But you're
the
all in a
story,
caravan together.
You're all in a caravan together, headed into the city.
Well, that's a good one. That's
And
a
that
good
kinda
start,
leaves it
you know?
open.
Yeah.
for both,
Well, another thing too is like I always like when I'm letting people roll their characters, and another thing I wanted to do on this one that changes that a little bit too is I want to get everybody's background story in. So I didn't want to mess up the background you had wrote by just throwing you in a town.
Yeah.
That was another big part of it. It's like Kelly's from a tribe, so it doesn't make sense that I just start off the whole campaign with Kelly in a bar because he's not even from a city. He's from a
I
tribe.
think Pig's for
Oof, yes.
Imagine that.
Oh, pig.
He walked. He was over there, and then he walked over here and laid down next to us and cut one.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the red button.
But but yeah, it just seemed I wanted it organic, and it actually worked out. It was just a slow gaming session, but I also will say that like starting next week it'll be a lot more exciting. It
Yeah,
should
'cause
be
we'll
for
have
a while,
encounters.
and yeah.
That's why we play D&D is for the encounters.
Well, I
They
like the
figured shit
social
out.
part of the
I'll
game.
play it for the
though.
bitches, man.
I mean, I like the social part of it. It's just
Yeah,
finding
that
that good
works out.
midpoint. What you got to do is you got to find that good midpoint because there are characters. There's the character that plays the big bad that's just going to go out and fight, and that character doesn't like the social aspect of the game. Like when you're in the towns, hanging out, trying to figure the other stuff out. But then you got the thieves that like being in town because that's when they can go pick somebody's pocket. Or
Yeah.
you've got I've played characters that couldn't fight. They wasn't worth a crap at fighting in the encounters. They depended on everybody else to take care of. But when they were in town, they were like the con men. They were the voice. They were the leader of the group inside the town.
Yeah.
But now when it come to the fight, they were in the background. They were the ones sitting back letting everybody else do all the fighting and keep them from dying, doing what they could. But when they went to town, they were the voice of the group, and the one that found out everything and did everything. So
At least I switched from always playing humans to playing half-orcs.
well, there's another.
And instead of playing lawful good, I'm lawful neutral.
But I've played everybody's got their favorites.
I normally play lawful neutral, and I'm actually lawful good this time.
Well, the problem with being lawful good, I found, is that you're always going to do the right thing no matter what.
Lawful good
Lawful
is
neutral
hard to
means
play.
you have a code, your law, whatever that is, and
But you'll do what you have
you'll
to.
you'll try to do what's right, but if it makes more sense to do the wrong thing,
Well, actually, neutral good is the main. It's like that's probably the one I play the most.
it's like we probably shouldn't.
It's like you've
kill
got
this
a good
person,
heart, but it doesn't matter.
It'd be a lot easier if we did,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Neutral good is like you've got a good heart, but you're not really a good guy. You know what
my
I mean?
first character was chaotic neutral.
Yeah, and that's
And
okay. That
that-
means you can do whatever you
That
want.
that
to.
was a fun character. Too bad he had to get killed off.
But that's the chaotic neutral is one of those type of
Let's
characters.
say
that,
Jeffrey
like-
Dahmer was a nice guy.
But like chaotic neutral is one of the guys that's like they don't care. They can turn around and walk off.
I love it when I say something totally random and I get those looks.
But
Like, what the hell?
yeah, that was my problem, and I was kind of hoping somebody might hear this and chime in and say, "Well, here's how you fix your problem next time."
Yeah,
But
we've
there's
already
no
got it.
easy answer.
But they
for
always
We've got it
sympathize with
fixed.
you.
But there's no
Right.
way to fix that problem and still just move that first campaign along without just saying, "Okay, you all know each other already," or you know.
Well, if our backgrounds hadn't been so different, it probably would have worked
Yeah.
out a little bit better.
Yeah. And that's kind of probably that was kind of the, but we are rounded out. Like, here's the another thing that I thought was cool about the campaign is it's a good, well-rounded campaign because you got two tanks, which are you two guys. Then you've got a cleric, the healer, and you've got a thief. So it's a good round. The only thing we're really missing in that whole just to
RJ's
keep
halfling
it,
is a thief.
yeah. And so the only thing we're missing in that campaign is like what clerics use magic, but it's the only
An
thing we're
actual
missing is
mage.
like a mage or sorcerer. Yeah, that's about the only thing you're missing in that whole campaign. And
Would you let
That's-
somebody play two characters? Harry could probably handle it.
yeah, I we don't need it. We don't have to have one.
Yeah, four is
it's
plenty.
fine.
Yeah, I would rather have too few than too many in a campaign.
I've had I think I had a campaign one time that had like 7 or 8. And
No,
it's just
I would split it into two.
Well, we've played.
If that
When
was
we
the
played
case.
with John and them at your house at one time. There was
we had
seven
like
people
7
playing.
people there, and they was the problem about that is by the time it gets to somebody else's turn, they've done got bored. You know.
Well, that we had 3
But we
magic.
also, as a DM, you kind of want to keep the story so interesting. There's a fine line. You want to keep it so
Yeah.
interesting to where when I'm like, say, Kelly's sitting over here and he's not doing anything right now, but I'm working with Mark. You kind of want to keep that story so interesting that even when I am working with Mark, Kelly's still listening and paying attention. You know, and
Well, my character was lost throughout the whole thing, so
If I had 8 people,
But-
that's when I would say, okay, you 4 at the table, you 4 around the coffee table, and we're doing 2 separate things, and then maybe there'll be a big moment where we all come together.
well, we did. There's a game that's called World's Largest Dungeon.
It's like y'all are the Walking Dead, and y'all are Fear the Walking Dead.
Well, you know what the handbooks look like. You know how thick they are, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's this game. It's a one campaign. It's one adventure, but it's called World's Largest Dungeon, and it's about 3 of those books put together. And it's one dungeon.
Is there another one called World's Largest Dragon?
And it's called the World's Largest Dungeon. And you start out at level 1, and when you're done, you're supposed to be like level 20. And every monster in the player's handbook is in it.
Damn.
And
Even all the dragons.
well,
and
we
shit?
started out. What we did is at the comic store years
Is there
ago.
dragons in the Monsters Manual?
Yeah.
yeah.
What we did is we started out, and dragons aren't the toughest thing in the monsters now at all. Like not even close to the toughest. But we started out. What they did is we had so many people that wanted to play it that we split it up into 3 or 4 groups of 4, I think, in each group, 4 or 5 in each group. And as people died, they were out. Like, you're out of the game. Like, you don't roll up a new character and keep going. You're out of the game. And then when it would get down to where, like, okay, this DM has 2 players left, and this DM has 2 players left, well, then that's when we'd combine them.
Kind of a bracket,
And
sort
then,
of.
or all, and then it got to where we could all, which it was probably going to take us about 2 years of game time, of like playing every week. It was probably going to take us about 2 years to finish it. And so we eventually, it just kind of died. The whole game just kind of died. But we did have the DMs. One night we were all over there, and a bunch of us were there. And one guy was like, well, let's run the final battle in World's Largest Dungeon. Like, you guys roll up level 15 characters, and let's run the final battle. And I think like 2 people out of this was like 10 people playing the final battle. But they didn't give us a lot of magic weapons, so we all rolled up like level 15 characters and ran that one final battle for it just to see. And I think 2 people out of 10 survived it. By the end, it was still tough.
Spoiler alert, what is the final battle?
I can't remember. It was some kind of, they call dragons worms, like W-Y-R.
Is it Wyvern or Worm?
Well, there's a wyvern.
A Wyvern and a Worm is 2 different
Yeah.
things, but it's WYRM instead of
Yeah,
WOR.
a worm is, they're not just dragons, but this was like some kind of earth-eating worm or something, man. And this thing woke up and like,
Was it the Mongolian blood?
and then there was some kind of sorcerer there too.
What
It
it
was
was, graboids
crazy wild
from
though,
Tremors?
man. But like we had a guy like when we started, like as soon as we started, this guy walks into a room and something like grabbed his face, like some kind of jello or octopus or something grabbed his face and smothered him to death like right away. Like I mean, like we had been playing like maybe 15 minutes before the first character got killed in the thing. It's like, but that was our problem. But we do have a good group. Like I mean, I do like the.
I'm interested to see what Harry brings to the table because we've all played together and
Yeah.
y'all played with him before.
Yeah, he's kind of what I call typical D&D player. Like he's more about homebrew and that kind of stuff. Where I use settings. I've
Yeah.
always used Forgotten Realms setting just about, or I'll use other settings, and so and he's more homebrew, and he's more of the technical adventure style. You know what I mean? He's got a really good imagination as a DM, like as far as like making it difficult for you, or not. I'm not going to say difficult, but making it interesting where you have to
Challenging.
figure out and challenging for
Yeah.
you without it being a fight that's challenging for you. Like he's good at that kind of stuff. That he's better at that than way better at that than I am. But I like to create a scene. That's why my games may go slow, but I like you to get a feel. And like I want to, like when I create a town, like when I come to the town, I don't want you, when you go to the mage shop, to the magic shop. I don't want you to go to the magic shop and there's a wizard there. Like I want you to go to the magic shop and it's called the Purple Something Magic Shop. And like the next time you want to go to the magic shop, you're not like, I'm going to the magic shop. Well, you're going to be like, I'm going to the Purple Dragon Magic Shop. And that guy's got a personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that's a lot to keep up with. But I want everybody to have a visual of the town, and I want them to know each other's characters for sure. Like y'all's characters, I want y'all to know each other's characters and be able to work well with each other. But I also want you to know the NPCs, like they're part of the campaign too. Like.
Well, yeah, this whole game is based on your imagination.
Yeah.
And I've been in games before where the DM didn't describe anything.
And that's what I'm trying to get away from. I want to describe everything.
Yeah.
So that you get that picture, Like I don't want you confused about what this looks like. Like what you see in your head may be different than what I have pictured, and that's
Yeah.
okay. But I want to describe it to you to where, like, the next time you think about it, you think about what you had in your head about it. Like how this city looks. Like I told you, it was like an Egyptian style, or not Egyptian, but like an Arabian style city. I want you to be able to visual, like it's so you're not thinking about this city as big concrete columns. Like a Camelot style city. I mean, this one, they've got the little teardrop shapes on top, and the buildings are more clay, and how the people are dressed in the city is going to be the same way. You know,
They're
they're
more
gonna have silk
cylindrical.
robes and
Yeah.
I picture this city to be like Dorne.
kind of, yeah. That's kind of what I was. Yeah, that's
I was
kinda
thinking
how
of
it is.
Aladdin.
Like Dorne.
I can't think
Or
of
Aladdin,
I can't
yeah,
think of
or,
the city in Aladdin,
But yeah, something like that, and that's what I want y'all to picture. And then when I want you to picture like the people are gonna resemble like, well, this is like a melting pot. This city is for the setting, so there's all kinds of people here. But I mean, you got to think if somebody's born here, they're gonna have the olive-colored skin, dark hair, dark eyes. So like everybody else is gonna stand out. Like if you're a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy, people know you're not a local. You know.
Y'all want to wrap it up or take a break?
I guess we're kind of done. We talked about WrestleMania. We talked about D&D. We looked up other stuff to try to get some other topics. But there's like, you know, with the whole world being on hold, it's the whole world that's on hold and not just
yeah,
us.
there was a lot to talk about, but there wasn't no real substance in it.
We did
So
watch the Black Widow trailer. That was kind of cool.
and we
then
watched
did
the
watch
Morbius trailer.
What are they going to do about movies? Like the theaters are closed, aren't they?
Yeah, well, everything's being pushed
postponed
back
it.
till November right now.
Why don't they just release stuff on streaming, pay-per-view?
Because then you're not as many people are going to rent from pay-per-view.
Yeah, well, then they lose. They've probably big deals with the actual theaters.
Yeah.
Losing money that way too.
Well, they'll get a bunch of
Which they'll
stimulus
get
money.
bailout
Yeah.
monies, but
But
still.
as soon as you release something on pay-per-view, you automatically know.
But like it was saying,
it's on a
Morbius was
download
scheduled
site.
to come out next month, and
Yeah,
now
but
it's
you
going
know,
to come out in
I don't think there's a
November.
lot. I don't know the
So-
numbers, but I don't think people are downloading stuff illegally like they used to because, for one, there's so many streaming sites out there now.
Well, it used to be $20 to watch a
and
movie,
it's almost.
and now it's $1.
And people
So-
are lazy. Like it's hard work to
Lord, what
try
are
to
you doing?
download a movie. You got to go through a lot of steps. If you turn this computer off, Pig, I haven't saved anything. He thinks there's a crumb or something over here. Pig, you need to practice social distancing.
Man, he's
Go on,
fixing to rip everything off the
Go,
table.
go, 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 go. Go.
He's like, I'm not.
I'm so scared he's gonna hit the power button with his tail or something.
His tail's strong enough where he'd have done it.
I guess we covered everything. Morbius looked like it would be cool.
Yeah.
Black Widow looked like it was going to be a good movie too. It's got David, whatever, the guy that played Hellboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
that
I didn't even
Hellboy
know
movie
that.
was good.
I didn't even know that he was in that.
Y'all need to watch The Hunt, which me and Clint was talking about
yeah,
it.
I
all.
watched it on.
It's
Foot
really
Locker
good. Underwater is really
illegally,
good.
but
Hey, I shouldn't have drank that beer. Now I'm sleepy.
that's why I
It
didn't
wasn't the
drink
beer that
one.
made you sleepy.
What was it?
The fact that you was up at like 5:30 this morning.
I tried to take a nap, but I started watching Captain Marvel. Like, it's funny, like, when you pick out the movie you want to go to sleep to, you got to be careful. It's got to be something you've already seen, so you're not
Yeah.
like, but it can't be too good. If it's
Yeah.
too good of a movie,
You'll
but
sit and watch
you don't want it to be a too bad of a movie either.
That's
I
the
did
reason
the
I
same
pick a
thing.
movie that's a really good movie, but I've already seen it like a couple hundred times.
Well, I thought that was the case with Captain Marvel, because I've seen it more than once, and I like it.
Well, it worked for you the other night.
Did it?
You sat
Well-
down and watched it and then passed right out.
Well, you know I did the same thing last night. Like I watched that Broken Skull with Undertaker, the Steve Austin
Oh,
Broken
that's a good
Skull.
one.
It was on, and so I was like, well, I'll just watch this. I've already seen it twice. At that point, I'd already seen it twice. I was like, I've already seen this twice.
I might do
So-
that.
and I still ended up kind of laying there and watching it. Like I still was kind of half paying attention. So I'm going home tonight. I'm going to play some more World of Warcraft. My goal is to be trying to pass out by 12. It's 10 o'clock now, so I should be able to do that tonight.
If I sat down, I would probably go right to sleep because I ain't been to sleep yet.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, that's all I've done lately is sleep. Like I'll stay up late, then I'll sleep half the day.
But what sucks is they just put out 4 new training videos that I've got to watch and test on tomorrow.
What time tomorrow, though?
anywhere between 5 a.m. and 11 p.m.
I kind of feel bad.
pretty
Like
good window.
I would really like to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind going to work right now, just because I'm tired of sitting at home and not having any money.
You know, I've really got mixed
But also, I
emotions
kind of
about
feel
that.
bad about the people who are working.
I feel bad for people when they say I'm ready to go back to work.
But
But I get it with the money thing. you
yeah,
know.
well, I feel bad for the people.
Sitting at home don't suck
But
if you're not broke.
But I do feel bad for the people right now. Like, of course, the doctors and nurses. We all feel bad for them because they're staying busy.
Yeah, and
But
they're
like-
going into the lines
like
dealing with all this.
The people like at Walmart and stuff that are having to go to work. It's like, it
Grocery
sucks.
stores, gas stations.
Like everybody else is off and sitting at home and doing nothing, and you're having to like work double,
Mhm.
like bust your butt because there's so much going on, and people are coming in like crazy now because
Dude, I'm telling you,
you know.
last 2 weeks, Walmart was dead. This week, it has been packed.
Well, people went in. What they did is people went in initially and bought up a whole bunch of shit, and now after these 2 weeks, they just lived on that shit for
Yeah.
2 weeks, and now that they're starting to run out, and they're having to go back and do it again.
But it's been
But
every
man,
day.
can you imagine how much? Like you watch, man. I guarantee you these cases. Like when that money comes out on the 17th, and everybody gets that money at once. Man, this virus cases are gonna just like
jump back up?
because everybody's gonna get that money and go, oh man, I got money. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going here. I'm going there. You know, anywhere that's open, they're gonna be out doing stuff. They're gonna be.
Woo, let's go to the coast.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, man. When that money comes in, and then here's the bad part too. It's like since everything is only open from like say 8 in the morning till 5 at night, or 7 at night, or 8 at night, everybody's out at the same time now.
Yeah.
Like you're not spreading it out. So you watch what I say. Those they're going double. I bet you after the 17th, when everybody gets that money, the coronavirus cases are going to double. Like
I don't
because
see how it can-
everybody's going to be out. I
But
mean,
everybody's out now. I'm telling you, Walmart parking lot was full when I went by there today.
Yeah, but there are people that's just broke, you know. There's some people that's not working and ain't making no money right now. And, of course, just about everybody's getting unemployment right now that was working when it all
Well,
started.
I heard that there's so many
But-
people trying to get unemployment that it's like really slow.
But here's another problem like I had. Like, you know, I wasn't working when all this stuff started. But I was like within a couple of days of going to work. You know, like, and so I get this message like, oh, we're just, you know, we're putting a freeze on the hiring process right now. So it's like, oh damn. So now I'm stuck at home for 2 more weeks and not
We'll
getting
still
a
get stimulus
paycheck.
money though because you filed taxes.
Yeah,
last
but
year.
that stimulus money ain't going very far at all, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when I'm not getting a paycheck, see, I can't draw unemployment. But I was like 2 days away from going to work,
That sucks.
you know, and then all of a sudden it's on halt. That was like 2 weeks ago, or almost 3 weeks ago.
You know,
And-
on the front end of this whole quarantine thing, man, all I did was, like, I was pretty lazy. But now, instead of, like, getting out, like, I've had to go to the store for certain things, but I've just really laid into, like, getting projects around the house done. You know, stuff
That's
in the
what I
yard.
need to do, but
Well, it
I've
seems
never-
like I'm having to go to town every other day for something.
Yeah, you forget, like, oh yeah, I need this, yeah, I need that. But what I've been doing, and on just for my own sanity, is staying away from Walmart and like going to like the Dollar Generals and Food Giant and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
I went to Walmart.
I've always done
Friday,
that.
and I was like, dude, I will starve to death before I go back to Walmart.
See, to me,
always
it's
did
not that
anyway,
bad.
though. I hate
I'm,
Walmart
I'm used to
anyway,
Walmart
so-
being dead empty, but I'm also used to being jam packed whenever I go.
Yeah, it was not a pleasant experience for me.
And everybody's trying to stay away from each other while they're in there until you get to the cashier.
I've had better luck in the Dollar Generals finding stuff. Like, the only tonight was the first time I went to go get trash bags, and they were out of trash bags. I'm like, well, everybody's at home, and like, I've got more garbage right now than I've ever had.
Yeah. Well, we've been over here for almost 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
any trash bags. I've been using like Walmart
Eating
bags. And
food.
luckily,
throwing
I've been
away
saving up Walmart bags
wrappers and beer
stuff.
cans, and Coke Zero bottles and everything else.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can wrap up this special Kelly Clint takeover that didn't quite work. But hey, we tried.
We attempted
I
to take
ruined your
over.
takeover by taking back over.
Yeah. But we attempted it. I guess it just shows that you're the glue, Mark. It's just proof that you're the glue.
If I'm the glue, then we have real problems. Cohesiveness is not the issue.
Maybe we'll get some. Maybe like once I hey, it's maybe the time when we need to start calling around and trying to get interviews.
Interviews, yeah. Everybody's
Nobody's
stuck
doing
at home.
anything. Everybody's sitting at home. But then again, are they sitting at home? While they're sitting at home, they're maybe like, "Hey man, I'm finally catching a break from everything." You know.
Yeah, I'm catching a break from all these interviews.
Yeah. So we might try to get some interviews over the next few weeks.
Where's the bell
Try to
at?
call some-
Oh, we couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Is it in the bag?
I bet we never took it out of the bag from Tupelo.
Because I was gonna self-promote my own ukulele playing.
Thanks for listening to episode 136 of Real Pop Culture. We're broadcasting live from high top, the first and only floor
Oh.
of the Killj headquarters at the Killj Ranch. Love you, bye.
Boy,
Bye.
Seacrest out.
Did he ever say that on anything?
Yeah, he said it on
I
American
saw
Idol.
Robot Chicken. I don't know if he ever really said it. Or
He
not.
say it on at the end of American Idol all the time.
American Idol.
I seen it on. Yeah, he was.
Oh,
on
I never
American
watched that.
Yeah,
That's where people are singing and stuff, right?
they attempted to.
Idol. I saw it on-